Every year on the Feast of the Ascension, the streets of Bruges transform into a medieval theater. Thousands of locals participate in a massive civic procession, parading in historical costumes, full armor, and carrying crossbows through the cobblestone squares. At the center of this massive gathering is a single, heavily guarded object, a crystal bottle known as the Relic of the Most Precious Blood. When it isn't being carried through the streets, the relic is permanently housed in the center of the city, at the Church of the Most Precious Blood. Inside this ornate interior, the artifact is venerated by thousands of visitors who come to view the vial close up. This entire modern spectacle relies on an unbroken, centuries-old belief about exactly what is inside that glass and how it arrived in Belgium. According to an apocryphal gospel, after the crucifixion, Joseph of Arimathea stepped forward to preserve several drops of Christ's blood. Local tradition claims that during the Second Crusade, Count Diederik traveled to Jerusalem, acquired the sacred vial, and brought it to his home city. This narrative, built on noble knights and sacred quests, perfectly reflects how medieval Europe preferred to see itself. But when modern historians check that celebrated legend against physical materials and municipal archives, the story begins to break apart. The written historical record in Bruges presents an immediate problem. This timeline illustrates a severe historical gap. The Second Crusade ended in 1149, yet the oldest known documents in Bruges actually mentioning the Holy Blood date back to 1256. To explain the missing century, researchers recently subjected the container housing the relic to strict material analysis. Through the use of modern scientific dating, researchers have revealed that the crystal bottle housing the relic was actually carved in the 11th century. Furthermore, the manufacturing techniques prove the bottle was made in an area immediately surrounding Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul. We are looking at an 11th century Byzantine container, manufactured far away from ancient Jerusalem. The physical evidence requires historians to reconstruct a completely different path to Belgium. The search leads to the Imperial Museum of Bukaleon in Constantinople, which housed a massive collection of religious artifacts associated with the Passion. In 1203, Crusaders laid siege to Constantinople, breaching the defenses and conquering the city. In the resulting chaos, the city was aggressively looted. Armed combatants stripped the churches and museums of their treasures. Among the commanders was Baldwin IX, the Count of Flanders, who was eventually crowned the new emperor of the conquered territory. This map tracks the relic's true transit route. Baldwin claimed the precious blood from the museum and shipped it back to his native country at Bruges, arriving around 1250. The historical record is clear. The Bruges relic is a documented 13th century spoil of war acquired during the violent fall of Constantinople. Looking at the peaceful canals and brick architecture of Bruges, that violent origin feels remarkably distant. Does knowing the relic was looted in a 13th century siege invalidate the devotion that surrounds it? As the artifact sat in Flanders, its role gradually shifted. It stopped functioning as a military trophy and became a focal point for civic identity. The need to honor the relic gave birth to the annual procession, bringing distinct guilds, families, and neighborhoods together into a cohesive public event. The enduring value of the Holy Blood is found in the streets of the city. Over 8 centuries, a single glass vial forged a vibrant, living community that outlasts the myth of its own origin.